Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For this review, we're taking a look at the SH Figuarts My Hero Academia Deku. This is the latest outfit version of him. I forgot what this is even called. If anyone knows down in the comments what arc this is, let me know. I just wanted it because I need a decent Deku in my collection besides the Figma one. But at the front of the box, he's got himself on the front and then the window packaging with some of the accessories peeking out. The side shows more of the faces he comes with. The back is really nice. It does show some poses you can get him into, and then some of his accessories with the effect parts. Then like a cool shot right here. And then on the other side, you see another standing picture of Deku. So let's get this guy out of the packaging and take a closer look. And here's Deku out of his packaging. Looking up close on him, all of the details are here. His plastic isn't shaded really anywhere. It's all just bare plastic. But the design is really nice. He's got the nice details on his arms with these wraps. And then like these gauntlets here and on the gloves. Really nice. All of this is really cleanly painted too. And then looking on the back, he's got his cowl and the black is filled in for where the eyes should be. I was really hoping they would give him, or like, you know, a face with this cowl on, but they didn't. And he's got the pouches on the back. And then looking at the back of his legs, the all black and red boots with the nice rivets. Like the reinforced legs is good. And then taking a closer look at his face, like this is really nice. This is Deku for me. It really shows him in like a more grown up phase. This is like, you know, way later on in the anime and manga. So it looks good. With articulation, he looks up. Try not to get his torso helping him out, but he looks up about that much. Looks down about that much. So it's kind of cool. You can kind of bury his face like in his scarf. But of course this scarf is going to hinder his articulation. It is not a soft plastic. You can look side to side, no problem. Turn it all the way around if you wanted to. And then he does have a little bit of head tilt. Arms can go up about this high. It's actually really good. So he's on like this version of butterfly joint where it goes up and down and not just in and out. It's like the butterfly joint. He can basically do like Spider-Man web swinging. Get his arms in about that much. Looking from the back, it looks really good. This is kind of sloppily painted here on mine, but yours might be clean on both sides. Then he does have an upper bicep swivel right here, right at this little band. There's nothing right below that, and then the gauntlet here swivels, and then the hand swivels after that, and then you can rotate that around. It's on a normal ball peg hinge. He has double jointed elbows, which get in really nice. And then for the torso, he goes back about this much. And then he goes forward this much, which looks really nice. He does have this gap in the back, and you do see the text right there if you bend him over too far. But this is actually really awesome that he bends forward this much. It doesn't get in the way of his belt anyway. It's like a really loose piece. And you can kind of, I guess, lift it up to make it kind of cover that gap, but it doesn't want to stay, so you'd have to like glue that or something. And then he can tilt side to side, which is really, really nice. No complaints there, probably because his lower half has a lot of space to move around. And then he does twist all the way around if you want him to, so you can definitely get him into... just snap them in half. Hang on. Put them back together. But you can definitely get him into some Spider-Man-esque poses, which is pretty cool. Like, using all his articulation, you can get him to look like that, which is awesome. Let's continue on with the legs. They kick up about this much. Keeping them straight forward. So about that much. Then they do go back, but they do kick off to the side because of this butt sculpt. And this is kind of, it's like it feels like a softer plastic, but it's not like a soft diaper, which I think would have really benefited him to get his legs to go straight back a little bit more, and probably not even having that butt sculpt. Then he can do the splits about this far. He does have upper thigh swivel, and it's not the kind that's on the ball joint, it looks like, where it doesn't like wiggle around, which I don't really like that. And then he does have the double jointed knees, which have that like knee pad sculpt going all the way through. This lip here is kind of ugly, but the rest of it is alright. I think it looks okay. Does its job. For the foot down here, this upper foot piece is a separate kind of soft piece you kind of squish. So his foot goes up about that much, goes down a fair amount, and then he does a really nice ankle rocker. So you could get him into like some really wide stances. So that looks pretty cool. So yeah, his articulation is awesome. I don't think the Figma could move like this. I mean, the Rebuild Tech definitely can. But other than that, yeah, this guy has great articulation. One other thing is that the boot can swivel down here. So that's one more piece of articulation that you have. So let's get him out of the way and take a look at his accessories. So for his accessories, he comes with quite a bit more than I was actually expecting him to come with. So for hands, he comes with a pair of like relaxed hands, which look really good. These are nicely sculpted. You have like the knuckles here, nicely sculpted and painted, and then the inside of the palm is green, and that doesn't bleed into the white, which is nice. And then you do have a pair of like splayed open action hands, which look really nice. Again, really nicely sculpted and painted. And all these are really simple to put on. If you've ever had an SH Figuarts, you just pop them off and pop these ones on. Then he comes with an alternate hair piece, which is like swooped back, or like his bangs are up out of his face when he's using full cowling. Excuse me, if he's using full cowling. And this is pretty cool. And then this one doesn't have the eyepiece like this one does. So there are two separate ones. You have the eyepiece here with the actual energy coming off of it, and then the one without. And then just taking a look at his face, the one he comes with is like the neutral face. This one is the yelling, kind of powering up face that this hair comes on in the packaging. And you can actually take these little green pieces off if you want to. They just plug in to the hair like that. So don't be afraid, you're not going to break it. They do come off, but it just leaves a hole. So putting this back on there, so that's kind of what that looks like. And I think you can kind of move this up so that it fits a lot better over there. There we go. Fits a lot better over his eyes. Looks good. Other face he comes with is his smiling, laughing, confident face, which looks really good. And actually, looking at this up close, you can kind of see it in the light, but there's like this seam right here, which you can't really feel, and I can't feel it with my nail, but it is kind of weird. But I guess his bangs will cover that, so I guess it's okay. And then for the final face he comes with is a teeth gritted face, which looks really good. And then he comes with this cool effect part, which is like, I think I've seen him use this once in like the anime movie where it's kind of like, and I might be wrong, so please correct me. I think it's like webbing or something you can use to like tie people up. I don't know. But anyways, this looks cool. Looks like some kind of webbing of some sort. If it's not that, please correct me. Feel free. I haven't watched My Hero in so long. The last movie I watched was something about Dark Might. And I think he used this, but I can't remember. But anyway, the gradient from like this translucent black to like this bluish, tealish color is really nice. And then this just comes on this hand, so you have to plug in this hand in order to use it. And I don't believe you can take this off, so be very careful with it. But it looks very good. And then he comes with his scarf piece, and that comes with a little ball peg to go into the back. It's a semi-flexible material. I kind of wish they would have just made it like a cloth, but you just plug it into the back. And just gotta wiggle it in there a little bit. There we go. And that's what that looks like. And then with that on, you can have it kind of billowing off to the side. You can put it up like that, put it up over here. But it is on a little ball joint, so you can just keep that on him, which looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. And that is all of his accessories. He doesn't come with a stand or anything like that. So let's get into some size comparisons. Okay, so for size comparisons, here he is next to the amazing Yamaguchi Kirishima figure that's got the black arms. This is like his new outfit that I think he continues to wear until the end of the show. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then I don't feel like digging through all my stuff to find my Figma Deku, but this guy right here and Osuke will just fit in because I believe they're about the same height. Maybe Deku's like a little bit taller just because of his boots and stuff like that, but I think this scale would be appropriate to that other Deku. Again, I think this looks really nice together. And honestly, I don't even know if I get the SH Figuarts version of Kirishima unless it's got some crazy accessories or something like that, but I really love this guy. I think the one thing about him was like he didn't have, or maybe that was the Figma one. I think I'm thinking of the Figma one that didn't have any waist articulation, but I still like that one too. But size comparison wise, I think these guys look good. I don't know if Kirishima is supposed to be much taller than Deku, or if they're supposed to be like around the same height. But yeah, this looks really nice together. And then here he is standing next to a Super Saiyan full power Son Goku and then a 24,000 power level Vegeta. Again, Deku's kind of like a teenager, still kind of short, I assume. So I think this matching looks good with Goku being an adult, and then Vegeta is just short. So I still think that this looks really nice for like a Shonen Jump shelf. It'll look pretty good. Here he is standing next to some Marvel Legends. We have Marvel Legends animated Spider-Man and then Marvel Legends Iron Man. I want to say that Marvel did some kind of My Hero crossover with MH, like with Marvel Superheroes and MHA, but I'm not sure what that entails, but I heard whispers of it. That was true. Let me know in the comments below. If it's not, also let me know. But I do think that this is a pretty cool, matchup. I think that Deku is appropriately scaled. He's a little bit bigger, so I think he blends in here. And then I think this Peter Parker, I mean, is a college guy, but still, I mean, he's pretty tall. So I think that looks good. And finally, if you want to have him tussle with some Jada Street Fighter toys, here he is next to DJ and Chun-Li. I still think that this looks pretty good, especially on the smaller, female body from Jada Toys. I think these guys match up pretty nicely. So my final thoughts, I like this Deku figure. I like it a lot. Whether you get the amazing Yamaguchi or the SH Figuarts, to be honest, I don't think you'll go wrong with either one, but I definitely like the SH Figuarts one, specifically because you don't have that eye gimmick. They have to change out the eyes. His eyes are printed on there nicely. Looks anime accurate. You don't have all the funky articulation to aggravate you, like the amazing Yamaguchi if you're not really used to it. If you want a My Hero figure and it's your first time collecting action figures, I would recommend just going the safer route and getting this version of Deku if he's one you want to put on your shelf. Again, the paint and the sculpt is really nice. His hair has that nice gradient. The amazing Yamaguchi does that as well. But this is just like a really simplified version of the figure in terms of articulation, but it gets the job done. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. If you're going to pick him up, if you're going to continue with the line, I do have a couple more of them on pre-order. So like the Bakugo, and then I think I have the Ice and Fire guy. I don't know why all these names are slipping my mind right now, but I think I have them on pre-order. If they do make an All Might, I'll probably pick that up. I just think that'd be pretty cool. I didn't like the amazing Yamaguchi one. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below if this guy is something you like and you're willing to pick up. And if you don't like him, feel free to tell me why. I'm really interested in hearing that. But once again, thank you for watching. Take care and have a great rest of your day.